Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. Animal babies are some of the cutest creatures to behold. Their birthing moments, however, come with some twists you didn't know existed. A man was shocked to see the strange baby his pet snake gave birth to. Number 1. Double-headed snake. An Australian catcher hired to locate a female tiger snake from a yard said the serpent gave birth to a two-headed baby. He captured the animal before loading it into his car. When he arrived at his destination, he opened the bag only to find several babies, including one with two heads. As cool as it was, they didn't allow it to live on humane grounds. All other offspring were healthy and released back into the wild with their mother. Emily Roberts and her husband have also received a fair share of two-headed snake babies. The snake lovers announced that one of their snakes had given birth to a two-headed baby. The heads were fused in a way that suggests the animal wouldn't have survived. However, the owner said the baby seemed to be doing well. The couple snake lovers are famous for posting cool stuff about their pets, and their followers engage with their posts. Number 2. Babies on boat. Finding a shark giving birth live is one of the rarest discoveries on the planet. However, this man was lucky to get raw footage of the birth process after capturing a shark on his boat. The clip starts with him fishing for sharks. When he finally saw one and loaded it into his boat, he thought it was game over. A few minutes later, it started popping out baby sharks as though it was due for delivery and waiting for a trigger. The first offspring shoots out as he's amazed. When he thought he'd seen it all, more kept coming out of the mama shark. He knew he was obliged to save the babies by returning them to the wild. He kept them in a bowl of water to revive them, and when they seemed healthy, he took them one after the other and threw them back into the water. The fingerlings swam well against the tide to build their respective families. The next time you catch a giant shark, look closely because it might be pregnant. Number 3. Crab babies. A female crab lays up to 100,000 eggs and scatters them into the ocean when the tide is calm. Red crabs are native to Christmas Island in Australia. This island experiences a wet and dry season. They live only in deep rock crevices and dirt burrows. Crabs are oviparous species, meaning they lay eggs to give birth to their offspring. They begin reproduction by embracing, which lasts from 5 to 7 days. After the ritual, the female crab stops resisting and allows the male to slide its gonopods into its gonophores. These organs allow for reproduction. Sponge crabs brood the eggs for 10 to 11 days. The eggs hatch in a week or two into zoea larvae. The gestation period of female crabs is 7 to 8 days. Crabs have predators and so are protective of their young. They carry their eggs near their abdomen close to their pleopods. To ensure these eggs are in good health, they wave water over the eggs using their pleopods. After hatching their eggs, parents don't care about their offspring, but sometimes hunt each other for food. Number 4. Gator babies. Female gators are gentle parents despite their fearsome appearance. They bury their eggs in riverside nests and secure them for up to 3 months. She stands nearby, watching the area, and looks out for danger. When the baby's ready to hatch, it starts chirping. The mother carries it in her mouth to the water. You might be worried about the safety of this offspring, since an adult alligator has a powerful jaw with sharp teeth. Did you know that she can carry up to 15 babies at once, and none get injured? It's common for gator mothers to place their children above themselves. One injured mother was captured on camera carrying her child to the water despite having only 3 legs. It took her several hours to complete the trip, but it didn't deter her. Scientists say humans can learn much from the alligator, as these creatures are often misunderstood. Number 5. Sugar gliders. The sugar glider in this video gave birth some days ago. Thankfully, the litter came out healthy. But there was a mild drama. One of the babies seemed uncomfortable with the environment and wanted to return to her mother's womb. Baby sugar gliders are tiny and measure only 0.2 grams. They spend their first 60 days of their lives feeding from their mother's milk. They're born with no sense of smell or sight. Like humans, sugar gliders are social animals living in groups of up to 10 members. They're affectionate towards humans, especially in captivity. Although communication among the animals varies, they communicate with love. These gliders feed from the ground and prefer leafy foods. Unfortunately, they are picky eaters and don't consume enough of the nutrients they require. When in captivity, supplements and multivitamins are advised to be added to their diet. Number 6. Komodo dragon. Komodo dragons are the largest lizards on Earth. They live in Indonesia and measure nearly 10 feet long, with adults weighing almost 300 pounds. These carnivores boast a dangerous bite. The Komodo dragon lay as many as 30 eggs in a year. The process is often tricky, but the eggs become visible with the right amount of moisture and heat. These reptiles protect their eggs for months before they hatch. The eggs take up to 8 months to hatch. This gives ample time for them to develop. The eggs are buried in the warm sand while the mother keeps a close eye on them. After it emerges, it takes another month to develop into a baby lizard. While there are cases of Komodo dragons eating their babies, thankfully it's rare. If you're curious about this animal and want to know more about it, you can visit Indonesia. Number 7. Birth on the beach. A family at Ponte Verde Beach in Florida rushed to help a stingray in labor. They caught the animal in a fishing line and noticed it was trying to give birth. They filmed the creature during the process. The clip shows the man cutting the line from the mother's stingray as the babies popped out of her belly. The fishermen at the scene helped the mother and the baby back into the ocean as they swam safely inside. She gave birth to 3 babies. Like eagle rays, stingrays are ovoviviparous, which means that the mother keeps the eggs in her body after they hatch and feeds the pups with egg yolk and fluids to help them grow. Because of the lives they live, pups become expert swimmers immediately after they're born. They're not trained to swim but learn it really fast and can do everything like an adult. Unlike some sea creatures, they don't require parental care or orientation. Stingrays date back 150 million years, during the Jurassic period. They live solitary lives, but are often seen in groups of 10,000. Number 8. Daddy daycare. Male frogs nurture their tadpoles in their vocal sacs and spit them out after they're fully developed. Also called Darwin's frog, this tiny creature is a fascinating amphibian. After mating, females lay up to 7 eggs, while males guard them for up to 4 weeks. After the embryos begin to move, he ingests them and traps them in his vocal sacs. Hatching occurs 3 days later and remains there while they feed off their egg yolk. When the young grow into frogs, he spits them out and sends them on a journey to adulthood. This creature's warty underside helps them camouflage. When threatened, they roll to that side and pretend to be dead. This frog species was discovered by Charles Darwin in 1831 and is found in Argentina and Chile, where they're named vulnerable. Although they live in streams, habitat loss occasioned by urbanization has made them lose their homes. However, conservationists are doing their best to protect them from human exploitation. Number 9. Orca babies. The last orca bred in captivity was at SeaWorld in San Antonio Park, and it finally gave birth. Takara was a 25-year-old female who gave birth after an 18-month-old gestation period. The animal was already pregnant when the company announced it would terminate its orca breeding program. The authorities believe one of the 2 males in the park is the father, but they're unsure. Only a paternity test would provide answers to their questions. In decades to come, we expect over dozens of orcas to live in the Orlando-based theme park. Takara has 4 children, and 2 live in San Antonio Park. SeaWorld says this birth is the last opportunity for researchers and visitors to witness an orca's maturation outside the wild. This sighting is crucial to understanding orcas. The park assured the calf would be visible in the Orca Stadium pool at San Antonio Park. SeaWorld ended its orca breeding program after backlash from the 2013 documentary Blackfish scrutinizing Orlando-based theme parks' treatment of orcas. After the revelation, the park suffered a decline in the number of visitors, thereby forcing the company to review its policies. Number 10. One-eyed shark. Fishermen in Indonesia were cleaning an adult shark when they found an albino baby shark with its eye in the middle of its head. The men hauled in their net in the water, hoping for a big catch, when they accidentally caught the strange animal. The giant shark has 3 babies in its stomach. While the other 2 were normal, one was creepy. The fishermen reported the cyclops to the maritime authorities, who arrived almost immediately. Many believed it was a hoax or that the photo was doctored. In this case, it was a bull shark caught in a net. They found a one-eyed albino pup. After speculations of the video being doctored made the rounds, scientists clarified that it was real. Until next time, adios.